What's up, everybody? Welcome to the V2 versus Con game. Haven't seen these teams play too much before, but super excited to see what they're going to do today. I'm here with Builder Nick. He's going to be helping me commentate. If you want to introduce yourself.
Hello, hello. Hope everyone's having a good evening.
So, these two teams, have you seen them play before? First time?
We actually have played both these teams in Calamity so far. I can't remember if I've seen these teams play each other recently, but I have seen them play.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had the pleasure of playing against either one of these teams, but I'm excited to see how they do. I've seen a couple V2 games in the past. I don't think I've seen a single Con game, though. So I am curious what they're going to do. Looks like they're going ahead and getting some tanks picked here, so we should be heading into round one pretty soon.
Yeah, both teams are fully picked up already, so...
Gonna go and update the map picks here before they get this game started, which it looks like it's gonna be any second now. Let's see here. Yeah, I know quite a few of the people from the V2 side, some old names in there. Not as many familiar faces on the Con side, but it's always good to have more new people coming in.
So it is. Con has been around for a while. They sometimes go in and out of playing. Kind of varies on the event and whatever schedules look like for them. So.
Okay. That makes sense. Let me get these maps queued up. And we're starting game one. All right.
On the Con side, we have Chieftain, Unskilled Valor, Double Murats, Cheerinach Next, T100, and Grill.
And on the side of V2, we've got a Chieftain Mark 6, three machines, an E5, a 277, and a CS63. So they're going to be real aggressive here is what it seems like. I mean, those three machines, you get in, you dump, you get out.
Not what you typically see on defense on Westfield, but I think that's the exact purpose behind that lineup.
And I'm a big fan of a little bit of off meta now and then. It's good to see, good to change things up. And you would think with these tanks they've got, they're going to play it a little speedier. So I don't think we're going to see the traditional Westfield 7-8 minute game. This one could be over in just a couple minutes.
Well, both teams, at least starting out, going opposite sides. We'll see what happens here. Michigan Boomer and those Chieftains, depending on where they go or Con, might end up getting in trouble from these machines.
It really looks like V2 is expecting some kind of play to the 1-2-3 line. But I will say, yes, with that aggressive spot from Anakin, they should realize by now there's nothing there. So I think they kind of understand what's going on.
Yeah, they don't have... if I was them, I'd want at least one more, like a Valor or something to have with the Chieftain. But I mean, the machines up there will essentially completely deny that area with the E5 for sustained DPM if they need it, although it looks like E5 might end up going somewhere a little different.
T100 LT's being a little aggressive here and did not spot the Chieftain Mark 6, which is really surprising. I guess he wasn't poked up quite enough over that hill.
The Chieftain has fired at least once here, so it's possible that Con saw him fire. Two of the machines are spotted. True Blue and Very Rare got lit for sure. I'm not sure if Punter or Toasty got lit by Boomer down there. Starting cap pressure early.
That's good. That's what you like to see in this setup. They're going to have to make a move. It looks like it's going to be Anakin that's going to try to make the move, possibly to get him spotted. He's in a fairly safe position in the town.
He's going to send it early.
Fairly safe position in the town, but he could get shot from across the way here.
Anakin might send it on space early here.
Looks like he is. He's being real aggressive here. Still not spotting him, even though he's really close.
Before he saw the light tank. That's going to hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Going to punish that.
Those Murats are in a really good position. He's got to get this house in between them, but even then...
He got eyes on the light.
Yep.
277 bounces. And took one more from the Murat, so he's down to a 2.
That is a big health bleed for diminishing returns. That's gonna hurt in the future.
Even with Anakin down to 700 hit points from 2000, V1 is still up 400 hit points.
Yeah, they played surprisingly heavy this game, so they do still have a little bit to work with.
Yeah, the machines are definitely fast enough to be the next up to YOLO the base if they need to.
Looks like Toasty's gonna push up with Anakin, try to prevent any more base shenanigans from going on. But he could get stuck there if he's not careful.
Looks like I saw one of Khan's Marats, at least one of them go on a reload. Both of them are loaded now. Michigan Boomer's rotating his Action X, so...
Put a little more base pressure on. Try to get Toasty to make a move here. Which it looks like he's going to try to peek.
Lit again. Oh, blind fire from the 277. And gets spotted going out. We'll be fine. Toasty did get lit, but he is safe against that building at the moment. His other Marats is now on reload. Michigan is spotting those machines again. Just keeping V1 honest so that they can't rotate those machines out. Toasty does spot 200 again. Got 5 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Khan is going to need to make a play change here soon. Looks like they're rotating their grill to see if they can get an angle on the E5.
Yeah, the time is ticking down, almost halfway through. And I believe because they've seen the machines, they're a little afraid of what could happen if they make a hasty push on a base here. Which is true. If focus fire from machines, they could put somebody down really quick. So you got to be real testy with what they do.
4 shots of 390 or something like that.
Yeah,
Michigan being
between
spotted
3 of
over
them.
there could be a problem too. Because he is way out there on his own. If he gets YOLO'd, there is nothing that can be done.
Here comes the Marat
shot
push.
in, but
they're trying to group up here. They're going to try to go for base.
No,
Yep,
that's a push for that 277.
Yep. They're going to go around. I think I'm assuming one of them is going to put some base pressure on, possibly after they kill his 277. It'd be a good idea.
If they survive,
if they survive, they should survive that.
Back.
They do have a machine coming back.
That's 1 bounce.
2 of the machines are really far out of the game here. They are coming back,
They're
but
all
it may be
coming
too
back.
late. They're going to have to do a re-push into this.
Khan needs to get a little more aggressive on this. They're going to get punished now, and the longer they sit there, the worse it's going to get.
Yeah, I think they're backing off now, so they've dropped commitment on that, which that could be an issue because that was their main play. So getting out of there
and the machines are here now.
Getting removed to a different base or strategy is going to be really tough where they're at now because they're stuck under that hill.
Fresh Dog is about to have a rough day.
Yep, there it is. 3 machines firing at you. Not much you can do in that situation if you get caught out. That was tough.
They did get some shots onto the 277 for it, and all 3 of the machines are on reload now. But
so something XG and Give It To You is doing a good job here. He didn't rotate out. He's staying there. He's just bleeding time, making him wait, and that is what allowed those machines to get back around there. So good on his
Boomer's
part.
pushing Anakin. He might, if he gets him out, he can just get pushed out by the machines. But
yeah, he has got to get some shots in the back of these tanks here. They've got to get a crossfire going, or they are done for. And they're already bleeding hit points really quickly.
Too. Looks like Michigan gets caught. He takes 2 from machines, 1 from Anakin.
Yeah, machines are all rotating in a pack back to him now.
He's just got to run. He and Hackett are both going to be in trouble here soon if something doesn't change.
Good shots on Toasty from the grill from back on that line there. They may be able to kill Toasty out and kind of change it around here. They're evening up the hit points slowly.
One of the machines is now down to a 1 shot, thanks to Gonzilla's Marat, though he takes a lot of punish for those shots.
Hit points actually even back up. They've managed to pull it back a little bit. I think that grill farming Toasty a little there kind of gave him the edge on the hillside.
One Khan's Marat's down to a guaranteed 1 shot, the other 2 to 3 shots depending on RNG.
Good shot on Toasty.
Is now down to a 1, and Grill gets him.
Good cleanup too.
Machines are pushing through town. Hackett's about to have a rough day.
Yeah, if he's not able to rotate out and at least get some teammate assistance here, he's just going to go down. Which he is able to take down Punter first. So
he might get one more shot in on one of these
Okay.
machines. That's 3 bounces. True Blue's on full reload. Oh, Boomer gets set on fire trying
He's
to
actually going to live this, I think. He does. He lives it with one
Both
shot
of them
left.
survived. They both won. 277 goes down to the Chieftain. Murat's making a push on Cutter. Got 2 minutes on the clock.
Well, Machine's actually going to reload here and possibly be able to kill him before he's able to finish the job here.
True Blue
There it is.
does not get out, but very rare can kill both Hackett and Michigan on his own.
Still a very even game, except Khan has significantly more tanks alive, just significantly less hit points, so that could be pretty big benefit
And
on
a lot
their
of
end.
map control here. Looks like very rare is going to get aggressive, try and take out Hackett and Boomer. Grill might be able to get a shot in here and make this difficult for him, though. Without miss guarantees, he's got to get lucky on Boomer. Nope,
Looks
Grill
like the
gets him.
Chieftain is pushing in, which he'll probably go down here to the Chieftain as well. Oh, he low rolled.
He
Gonna have a
will
chance to kill
back.
him.
Godzilla's just go for the ram, though.
And there's the finale. Good first round, good even first round. All right. On con side, we've got Godzilla in the Marat, 2 kills, 4,304 damage. We've got Michigan Boomer in the Centurion AX, 1 kill, 3,361 damage. We've got Hackett in the T95 FV4201, 2 kills, 2,584 damage. We've got the Whack Attack in the Chieftain Mark 6, 0 kills, 1951 damage. We've got Scarlet Hair in the Grill 15, 2 kills, 1943 damage. And we've got Mr. Irishman in the Marat, 0 kills, 1,157 damage. And Fresh Dog in the T100 LT, 0 kills, 0 damage, but fair bit of spotting there.
On the V2 side, we have Cutter in the Chieftain, 2 kills, 3,200 damage. XGN in the 277 holding that K4 corner, just shy of 3k damage himself with 2,100 blocked. Very rare in the Machine, 2 kills, 1875. Toasty in the E5, 1677, also blocking about 2,500 or 2,200. Hunter in the Machine, 600. True Blue in the Machine, about 500, and Anakin in the CS getting hit pretty hard at the start there, 382.
All right. That was a good close game. That was nice. I mean, at the end there, really, it was just Khan having more tanks alive. Same amount of hit points, though, and just better map control. I think that Grill put in a lot of work where it was really needed.
Yeah, that's what kind of brought the game back there.
Amazing game from the Marats. Like, it was Farm City for most of the game there. That was wonderful.
Looked sketchy for a moment when the 277 survived the initial push out for them, but they were able to bring it back.
I'm excited to see how these games are going to go. I hope we get more of these close games. That was down to the wire almost the entire time.
These are two teams I'd say are pretty similarly matched on skill level. V1, V2 probably has a little more comp experience, but overall player skill I'd say is pretty close across these teams. Looks like we are fully picked up on both teams.
We are just waiting for that confirmation, and we'll get this next game started. It does look like they're opting to go for the kind of Marat strat that Khan had ran. But I will say, a little bit different lineup from Khan this time. Going a little less machine-y, a little more traditional, slow. So that's going to be good to see here. On the Khan side, we've got a Chieftain Mark 6, a T95 FV4201, an Object 277, a Marat, a T95 E6, a T100 LT, and a Grill 15.
Over on the V2 side, we have Chieftain, Triple Marat, E6, RHM, and Object 268 version 5.
Similar start here. Looks like they're all going to go towards hill.
Two-line push from V2.
Yep. Going to put that same tank in the same position there. Mr. Irishman's going to just be there to delay. However, V2 is going a little more aggressive on the 1-2-3 line, which they will have a slight advantage having that one extra tank, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to do a dominating push here at the start of the game. So we'll see how this plays out once it gets these spots in.
They V1 will get there first.
Both mediums get
Mojo
spotted for
gets away
Khan,
with
so it was
that.
a good spot. And now pretty much every tank on V2's side has been spotted, so they should know what's going on now.
I believe they're missing the Chieftain and the TD. Oh, Mojo gets tracked again. He's down repair too. He's gonna get. Yeah, he's gonna get.
Yeah, it's a
killed
huge,
here.
yep, big track there. That's unfortunate.
That really hurts to lose the eyes there, but they don't need it as much because V2 has gone with a RHM, which is not as stealthy of a light tank.
Looks like Khan is rotating their two mediums back to play for Hill here. Not sure if they're expecting a tank to be there or if they are just trying to set up to get shots if they do end up pushing the B cap or doing a rotation.
They're probably just looking for the map control. I wouldn't be surprised if we see one more hang out about where they are currently and the other push over to F0 or G0, just so they can guarantee they have control of that map or the side of the map, although both may push all the way over.
V2 seem to have slowed it down a little bit, which I think is a good play here. They got an advantage. Now they just need to wait, play the map a little bit, see what's free, and take the advantage from there. Looks like they have the 265 or 2685 sitting in town here, just waiting to possibly catch somebody out if they make a move. I don't believe that was spotted at all before they killed that light tank, so I think they're unaware of where that TD is right now, which could play in later.
We may have a play over here on the 0 line. V1's RHM and two of the Murats and the E6 have rotated. And they've got Khan's E6, Murat, and Grill over there. XGN's RHM is able to spot both the Murat and the E6 without getting spotted in return. Boomer getting kind of aggressive there, does respot the light tank, so Khan does know that it's there at least. They don't know that 3 of the mediums are there yet, though.
Yeah, if they push
Chieftain
this,
has now been spotted up top.
If they push this, they actually may be able to take Michigan. I think he might try to rotate out here, which would be kind of smart. He is unaware that there's 3 medium tanks behind there, so.
And the TD will have an angle at this point.
Yeah, his only hope is that he's going to see this soon enough to kind of get in a better position. But once those mediums get there, it's just going to be free pickings for him.
He's a little low. He may not see them until they're on him. Yep, Murat spots this, not.
Oh, I don't like that he pushed up there. That's going to be unfortunate when that TD hits him if he does.
He was able to get away with it, and he'll be able to stay on the safe side.
As long as he doesn't try to fully
Gonzalo's
fall
on
back.
Reload.
Ooh, that's a big hit. That's a big hit right there. And they're just going to push this out and get him.
Well, they don't need to. The grill got spotted. They can just nuke the grill.
The TD's
and let
going to try to finish the
TD
E6.
get E6.
Yep. Did kill on the grill there too.
Below. He might kill himself right there. He survives that.
Yeah, looks like the 2685 is getting a little aggressive. He's going to try to finish it.
He did get lit and takes a hit from both the Murat and the E6, I think, or maybe 277. Boomer's going to survive for the moment. That's not going to last long, though. The other Murat from V2 that's been hanging out on the hill is moving in. And it looks like this medium tank Wolfpack is just going to push out Boomer and get him out.
Yep, there goes the push from XGN. Give it to you. Just trying to get a little aggressive, get this tank out of the game because he's kind of stalling him a little bit where he is.
So Boomer was able to get one into the light, but
may actually be able to get a second as well if he's not careful. I think he's just going to play it slow.
Murat bounces. Murat has one more.
There it is. Okay.
E6 covering.
All right, now it looks like Khan's kind of stuck in their base. So they don't have much map control. They're getting cross-fired from the Murat here.
Well, they aren't even peeking up and able to peek up and spot that Murat, which makes life really tough for Irishmen down here in the Cubby.
This is going to be tough. I mean, they've got about 20% of the map left to control here, if any. And it's going to be really hard to get any kind of advantage over this team because they're set up with every crossfire pretty much imaginable. So it's a tough one to get out of. I'm not saying they can't, but they're going to have to be really careful what they do and wait for V2 to make a mistake, which so far they've done a really good job about not doing this game.
being safe right now. Well, actually, it looks like V2 is gonna triple tanks on the cap and the game here. On there. Not to push through, but before it's 15 seconds. And reset here. Doesn't look. He misses. Gunzilla's coming in. He'll try. He may just get jumped as soon as he gets up there, if he even makes it, though. And he does not. So that goes to V2.
Okay. Yeah, my so fun fact, apparently they're doing some maintenance on my internet.
I heard you go quiet there.
I did, yeah, I did. My internet went from, so I have fiber now. They just swapped it over. But apparently they're doing maintenance on it tonight, and I did not know. But it just dropped out, and there's no storm, so I can only imagine that would be the reason why. So I'll get reconnected here.
Hopefully. Well, on the V1 side, we had Toasty in the E6, 1 kill, just over 2,000 damage. Pernix, the Swift, and the Murat, 1729. Very rare in the Murats, 1712. Anakin and the Murat, 1 kill, 1270. XGN in the RHM, 1 kill, 1234. Cutter in the Chieftain, 351. And Manny in the 268 V5, 884. On the con side, Michigan Boomer in the E6, 1292. Gonzalo in the Murat, 1283. Irishman in the 277, 646. Rack Attack in the Chieftain, just under 600 at 591. Hackett in the Unskinned Valor, 189. And King Mojo and Scarlet Hair in the T100 and Girl, respectively, both 0.
Alright, waiting to hop back into this game. Yeah, not sure what happened there, but wonderful technical difficulties from the fiber company. Love to see that. Hasn't had a problem all day until now. They haven't started the next round, have they?
No, well, and I just pinged Toasty. You pinged Noodle accidentally, it looks like.
Oh, God. I have done that, you're right. I typed in Sir Punter and it did Sir Noodle. Of course it did. Oops. Hopefully they see that and get it back.
Well, I'll give them a few more seconds. We're going tomorrow next.
Yep.
Give it a few more seconds. If they don't open the room, I'll message.
Yeah, well, the whole reason I swapped internet was to avoid this, but unfortunate moment there. Can't help the technical difficulties. There we go. It's
I sent him an Xbox message. So. Yeah.
Hey, up until that point, though, it was looking good. Didn't have any dropped frames, but, you know, if they splice your internet in half, what can you do? All right. Yep, going to Muro.
Yeah.
Looks like they're, okay. 3 Centauro 45Ts. I've noticed that V2 like their auto-loaders and multi-shots.
Yes, they do. I mean, it's potent.
It is. You play it right, it's good. Unfortunately, that last game, or the first game, V2 wasn't able to get a lot of work done with those machines, but it's just because Khan was playing such difficult positions with good coverage, so. And on Muro, I think they may be able to make a little bit more advantageous decisions with those, so we'll see how that goes. Now, I did miss the ending of that last game. Did they, was it pretty dominant after that? I'm assuming that it was for V2 after the map.
V2 decided to cap out rather than go for the kill all.
Okay, very, very smart.
So they just slapped 5 tanks on the cap and said, haha, game's over now. So.
Awesome. You'll love to see it. 279E, that's interesting. You don't see a lot of 279Es on Muravanka.
It'll probably be hanging out at K7 if it gets there.
You would think so.
Play that
You would think so.
down roll.
I will say
With
279E, it has some good armor, and it definitely is a little trolly. If they get above you whatsoever, that upper hull is just paper. I mean, it's just gone. All right. Let's head on into round 3. You want to go ahead and do the V2 side?
Sure. We have Phoenix of Swift and Chieftain, XGN and the Super Conk, Powder in the E5, Anakin Very Rare and True Blue all in Centauros, and then Toasty in the Manticore.
And on the con side, we've got a Chieftain Mark 6, an MBTB, an Object 279, a Centurion AX, a Leopard 1, a CS63, and a T100 LT.
Con is immediately heading towards Forest. Where are these Centauros going?
Also Manticore, interesting pick as well. Usually, you know, it's T100 on T100 action, but a little different
Super
here.
Bush Manticore.
Oh yeah, Superbush Manticore is good. Not a lot of teams. I haven't seen a lot of teams, at least the ones that I've covered recently, play a Manticore here. So
He didn't even make the Super Bush. He just grabbed a bush and sat in it and still outspotted the T100 on that initial
fair.
spotting run.
That's what the Manti does best.
V1's or V2's Centauros. Looks like one is running the single shot and 2 are running the auto reloader.
Interesting.
See how that
279E is making the play. I mean, they're completely committed to the 9-0 and they've got no vision anywhere else. They need to stay unspotted, which they should, because I don't believe the Manticore is going to do anything aggressive at this point. He's just there to deter.
No, but Con may need to sacrifice a medium to get that Manticore spotted and hope they kill it.
They probably
We do have
will.
some shots going into the buildings around Cap. Go ahead and clear out those roofs and such. Give those heavies on that ridge better sight lines.
Yep, clearing some debris here for Toasty to get better spots, it looks like. Very
Aiming
smart
a little
move.
lower on that building. Con is making a move. Looks like they have one of their mediums dropping back to just keep eyes on their rear. Heavies are making a push, probably for that K7 corner. We'll see what the CS and Action X do.
Now it does look like V2 is kind of expecting a play towards the 890 line. They are still pretty set up to be
All
able to
three
rotate.
of Con's heavies are spotted, so
Yep, it looks like the heavies are rotating now. They kind of realize that the only thing they can do at this point is probably going to be play that B cap. Looks like they're making the push. 279 is going to be a little more aggressive here.
Con still does not know what bush Toasty is in, and I haven't even really seen much in the way of blind fires trying to find that. So they're going to need to either try something with a light or sacrifice a medium for this.
Looks like V2 is still clearing buildings, I guess, just in case that that push does come out. Just trying to get as much vision as he can. Or they're trying to blind fire the light tank, actually.
He gets spotted as soon as he moves inch towards the base at all.
Yeah, that Manti's, that's going to be a tough one. They've got to start blind firing for this guy. They know he's there somewhere. They're getting spotted. They need something some miracle.
CS gets spotted. That's probably. I hope that was probably by the Manticore. He had the angle there. There's the first pen with 790, and it's an ammo rack.
Leo 1 is still playing really
Takes
far
another
out.
hit.
Looks like the 2 mediums are.
Leo's rotating now.
Yep. Good play there.
Down to 6 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock. So, minute and 40 second single tank cap here. Leo might be looks like he's going to take that watchtower, or whatever you want to call it, at C4. Try and get eyes on those heavies. Not a horrible idea, but the bigger problem is this light tank.
Yeah, that light tank is stopping any plan they ever had and burning so much time for Khan. They've got to make a move eventually. It looks like the light tank is being aggressive here. Didn't get a spot.
Even knocking that tree over, his bush is still not going to be good enough to light the Manticore.
Yep.
Looks like Chieftain's going to try and rotate out. Boomer is able to light the Chieftain and E5 on the ridge.
279 getting a little aggressive. He took a little bit of punish here too. If he's not careful, he may keep bleeding hit points.
Earlier, one of those heavies was just chucking HE shells at him. They may have run out, but
possibly, yeah.
Looks like Light Tank's making a move for the Manticore now. Nope, doesn't go aggressive enough and gets outspotted. You've got to pray.
Oh, and big ammo rack. Huge ammo rack. Oh, that's what they needed. That is massive. That is exactly what they needed. Getting good punish on the other Chieftain as well. Michigan
Leo could be in trouble here.
Even though the Leo's in trouble, I think that was a worthwhile trade. That was a massive ammo rack. And he's actually pretty safe
Chieftain
there.
Took a huge amount of punish.
Toasty
he's not going to be
is trapped.
Unspotted, though. He doesn't know where the light tank is. They still don't know.
That's true. I think Fresh is getting aggressive. Here it comes. He's probably going to get the spot on him now. There it is. So
there we go.
Toasty's going to get out real quick.
So he gets hammered. He goes down. Good.
Not much punish on the T100 LT either. I think he's going to get out for relatively free, maybe completely free. And he did.
He's able to get. He gets out. War Daddy did take about 1,000 hit points of damage there, and Boomer took another shot from one of the Centauros. Although I think True Blue took 2 hits in return. So this does give Khan a actual chance at capping this now. And we're down to 4 minutes on the clock. Looks like V2 is rotating all of their mediums. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a hard push for Boomer and then continue on straight towards the cap here shortly. Although they do get spotted on that rotate. 2 of them do. Very rare is still unspotted.
Yeah, it looks like Boomer's going to get bled out here.
Boomer.
I think he's probably going to go down relatively easily. But I think with the amount of hit points that V2 lost in tanks in general, it's gonna be tough. And Cutter Deeply,
Cutter gets half health.
He gets hit hard right there. That was a good
Boomer
spot.
sneaks another into True Blue.
And here comes the push on Boomer.
Kill Boomer. But
Anakin's on a reload, and Anakin is getting punished. Good focus fire.
Both of them are running the auto reloader there, so very rare is the one who's got to try and get this eyes on the cap. Anakin goes down. Oh, they got the blind. That was either a perfectly timed shot or blind fire.
Very rare is about to go down. Had to get aggressive there to make a move on the cap, but it's still going to cost him. And it
I
looks
would have liked to see him stop at that building where he.
Yeah, he did get a little more aggressive. I think he just thought it was probably over for him regardless, so he just kind of played it out. Got a little too aggressive at that point, but
with 2 minutes and 50 on the cap, Khan can cap this again, and V2's next spotter is True Blue, who's down to a 2-shot. So I think this round will be going to Khan. Looks like they're going to move the Action X in position to stop any kind of YOLO, and CS may join the light tank on the cap just to speed things up a bit.
Yep, it looks like the Centurion X is going to get aggressive here. He's just going to stop them from making any other moves. Maybe try to get a kill or two while he's at it. There goes the Centauro.
Triple tapped.
I think that's an easy cleanup for Khan here. They really needed
looks
that.
Like they're probably just going to take the cap. Although they are killing all of them at the same time, so.
Yeah, I think they're going to maybe respect the 1v1 here. Oh, maybe not.
I see shots coming in.
All right, well, hey, that was another great round for Khan.
So over on the V2 side, we have Pernix and the Chieftain, 2782, Cutter in the E5, 1272, True Blue in the Centauro, 809, very rare, also in the Centauro, 1 kill, 705, XGN in the Super Conk, getting Amarak fairly early on there, 496, Anakin in the Centauro, 401, finally Toasty with all the spotting, 241 spotting, no damage, no kills. He did spot 6 of the 7 Khan tanks.
And on the side of Khan, we've got Hackett in the Chieftain Mark 6 with 2 kills, 2,980 damage. We've got Tank Ace War Daddy in the MBTB, 3 kills, 2,768 damage. We've got Gonzilla in the Centurion AX, 1 kill, 2,698 damage. Michigan Boomer in the Leopard 1, 0 kills, 2,524 damage. Mr. Irishman in the CS63, 1 kill, 1,757 damage. We've got Scarlet Hare in the Object 279E, 0 kills, 1,174 damage. And Fresh Dog in the T100 LT, 0 kills, 299 damage. That was a pretty crazy round for Khan there.
It looked really rough for a while there, and then
it did. With losing that light tank. Well, I guess I didn't lose the light tank. Sorry, that was last game before that. But the light tank wasn't able to do what it needed to do for most of that game. The Manticore kind of shut it down, and was stalling them out for a good 5 minutes there. But once they made that move with the Leopard, it cost them an ammo rack on the Super Conch. So that was a big tide turn for Khan.
that play by Boomer to get the eyes on that ridge really turned that game.
That was huge. That was single-handedly the maneuver that won them that round. Looks like Khan has also opted to use a Manticore. They're going to also super bush it. V2 may try to do a little more blind firing just to see what's going on there. But
I like the pick of the Strev by V2 because it gives them a second tank with light tank comparable stealth to put on that cap. I was big a fan of the RHM pick because it's one of the less stealthy light tanks, but they could definitely use it as the sacrifice, quote quote, to spot that Manticore and then use the Strev to actually cap.
Yeah, that Manticore, if they can dig him out, it's going to be, I think, more in the V2 favor if they can. If Khan gets that Manticore in a good spot and they don't blind fire it, they don't get it spotted, they can't do anything about it, it's going to be a little rough for V2. Though they can get more pressure on, but I think the Manticore will still be able to spot the tanks if they try to play that cap. It's going to be a difficult one here for them, but we'll see how it goes. All right, on to round number 4. On the side of Khan, we've got Chieftain Mark 6, 2 T95 FE4201s, a Batchat 25T, a Leopard 1, a Manticore, and a Grill 15.
Over on the V2 side, we have Chieftain, double IS4, double Leopard, Raheem, and Strev. Those two IS4s will give them the option to play that A cap if they want.
Which I have a feeling that's what they're going to do, and it looks like their heavies are going that way.
Looks like it'll be a split. The heavies and the Strev over on A side, and then the Leos and the light out. Not really sure what Boomer's play is here. He did knock a tree over near the cap. It may have just been to knock that tree and away from the cap. He did get spotted for it, but I do think he'll get away.
Yep, no punish there on the Batchat, but they do know that he is playing that field right now, and they can see him rotating back towards the 1-2-3 line, so that's good info. Any information is good information at this point in the game.
So he helped Fresh Dog make that super bush. Khan is set up heavy over at the A base, seeing that those double IS4s, they are definitely concerned about bush for that. Keeping the Manticore out there on the B base side just as insurance, but everything else is looking A. Which if that light tank is able to YOLO the Manticore, could be painful with with only the Batchat covering, although Chieftain has rotated to have view range as well.
All right, XGN should get spotted here fairly soon by the Manticore. There it is.
Yes, and one of the Leos in the
both Leos. Okay, so they're aware of everyone here now, but they still don't see those heavies.
And the heavy push gets spotted.
There it is. Yep.
They do get a shot into Gonzilla's Leo, who was one who got the eyes on that.
Big ammo rack into Toasty. He's going to have to burn his kit for that. Double ammo rack on Toasty. I think he probably burned his repair kit, so he's in a bad situation now. Risking another ammo rack.
Takes the safer position behind the house, although he will be in trouble from these heavies if he's not careful.
Stritzvon's going for some side shots here on the T95 FE4201, but not able to pin him. Getting good pins on the Chieftain Mark 6, though.
Fresh Dog gets lit. Manticore is in a lot of trouble now. All three of these heavies will have shots or will be able to find shots.
Yep, he's in a
He
bad
is not going to
spot.
be able to get unspotted.
He's just stalling for time at this point, but he is going to go down. Leopard
Enter
1
one.
being real aggressive here.
They can. And
Yep,
honestly,
they're going to
they
have to
need
take
One
this. They're
take
going to have to
die.
make the push here. You would think they would be a little more aggressive, try to take advantage.
Oh, Boomer's rushing the Strev.
Yep, there it is. There's the rotation from the T95. He's going to get some good shots into Cutter here. That's going to be painful for him. He's got good house coverage. He's got nothing shooting him in the side. All their tanks are on base.
Over on the one line, Boomer was able to rush the Strev. Strev bounces first shot.
Big
Boomer has
push
one
out of
shell
Khan.
left.
Taking out the heavies. It looks like they are going to be able to get all the V2 heavies with relatively low punish, except for Mr. Irishman, who has no house cover from the base. He goes down. Cutter Deeply is going to go down here in just a couple of seconds. Down to
Boomer's now
70
in
hit
trouble.
points.
He tried to rush the Strev and bounced his kill shot. He's going to try and run. Khan is still going to be pushing on these heavies here, clear this up, and then try and get to the base in time.
Godzilla's probably going to go down here, which he does. They should be
He
able
was
to
the
clean
only
up
one who
Sir
gets to the
Punter.
base.
Ooh, there it is. Good base
That was well
cap. Good
played
base
for him
cap.
to go for that heavy. He needed to go for the base.
Good base cap.
That hurts.
Like I said, good
Over
one
on
for
the
V2.
Yes, over on the V2 side, 1 kill, 1530 for Cutter's IS4. Sir Punter also in the IS4, 1 kill, 1509. XGA in the RHM, 1387. Toasty in the Chieftain, 902 with 1900 spotting. Manny in the Strev, 891. Anakin in the Leo, 890. And Destroyer also in the Leo, 1 kill, 487.
And we've got Michigan Boomer in the Batchet 25T, 0 kills, 2307 damage. Gonzilla in the Leopard 1, 1 kill, 1620 damage. The Whack Attack in the T95 FV4201, 0 kills, 1269 damage. Hackett in the T95 FV4201, 0 kills, 1247 damage. Mr. Irishman in the Chieftain Mark 6, 1 kill, 1159 damage. Scarlet Hare in the Grill 15, 0 kills, 0 damage. And Fresh Dog in the Manticore, 0 kills and 0 damage. I will say that Grill not being able to get any shots in there, that was tough. That Grill really was kind of a make or break in some of those situations. It just was not able to get shots because they were playing so safe.
Really tough when the big gun TD that you really need in the fight can't get the angle.
Yeah, seeing that 0 come up for that Grill, that was definitely one of the contributors. But still, nevertheless, well played. Pretty similar to the round before. However, V2 was a little more aggressive, a little faster. Seemed to pay off for him.
And you're going to give us a quick update on the score while we are picking tanks for Arctic region?
Yeah, so it's got V2 2 to Cons 2. It's tile tied up. May go to tiebreaker. Not sure if they've picked the tiebreaker yet. I actually need to give a look at that. Looks like they have not. I guess I'll pick that once they tie up 3-3. If they do. Another 279E and an Object 260 as well. Is the 279 a pretty commonly picked tank these days? Because I don't recall it being a very popular one.
No, it is not, but if you need a niche hold down roll, it can be a good pick for that just because of its upper plate. As long as you can angle it upwards, you got a decent chance of being able to hold that well or be positioned above. I am surprised to see it on defense. Usually it's actually more common to see on attack, and teams will position it at C8 to cover their rear while they play the top side of the map. So we'll see where Punter takes that. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it in... Honestly, I'm actually not sure where it would be. Maybe D2. We'll see where he ends up with it.
You know, it's always fun whenever you see a lineup and can't figure out where the tanks are going to go. Right? That's
everything
good.
else I have a
It's good to change it up.
decent idea for. I could see maybe K5, although Chieftain is typically better suited for that. A mouse pick from Toasty. Because 790 wants to be above everything, and defense on this map, a lot of positions are actually below or on equal ground with the attackers.
True, yeah, the 279 might actually be a pretty good pick here. I haven't seen a lot of Arctic games, so I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen here. Looks like we are almost all picked up. We got one missing from Khan right now. And now we're good. So we should be starting any second now, and we'll head on into round number 5 on Arctic region. They patched a lot of the like climbs and boosts and stuff, right?
Correct, and any position that takes 2 tanks to get to, as in a second tank needs to push you up there, is banned under WCO rules.
Okay, okay. There it is. No boosts, only climbs. All right, let's head on into round number 5 on Arctic region. On the side of Khan, we've got a Chieftain Mark 6, an Object 260, 2 Object 260s, a Leopard 1, a CS63, a T100 LT, and a Grill 15.
Over on the V2 side, we have a Chieftain, a Mouse, a 277, 279E, double Murat, and a STRV-B.
Ooh, playing heavy on the ABC line here. For Khan, that's all their tanks going over there.
Looks like V2's plan is to have at least 790 and Chieftain going for positions over here near the B cap.
Yep, 260 is going to play a little more aggressive towards the base. Makes sense. Both of them are. They got that speed, so they can get there, no problem.
So that's where 790 is going G7 there for that on that climb.
Oh, okay, okay. Good, get that height advantage going.
Which should work out nicely for him if they make a play for B, although it is still possible to pen his tank from below. Takes some effort, though.
If they can shoot through those tracks, they'll be able to get the underbelly, but it's difficult with the amount of tracks that tank has, so.
Tosi gets spotted before he can make any attempt to get across to
Yep, 260s are going for the push.
He was trying to.
They're going to try to get across. They're going to take some punish. Maybe just 1 to 2 shots.
790.
Just one shot? Okay.
Looks like they're taking control of that trench.
2 shots.
They take one more from the 790. They're going to push for the Mouse here, although they aren't really committing to this.
Ooh, bad side shots from the 277 here. That's going to be rough for Mr. Irishman. He's going to have to either back up or play it forward to rock. He's got to do something.
It's going to be 260s are in a sketchy spot.
Yeah, that's a tight position to be in. They're going to have to get behind that rock. I think they're kind of realizing that now.
That Anakin's Murat will have an angle if they try and push the Mouse.
Yeah, they've committed in.
They're stuck where they are.
This is a bad spot for them. I think Cutter is going to be able to peek out and get a shot every once in a while into him when he gets a little testy with it. And there's a big hit for the Murat.
That's a 470. That's
a huge roll.
We're also seeing some additional movement from Khan, taking control of that ridge directly above the cap.
We've got the Murat on the hill, the 279 Chieftains taking blind fires towards each other.
Cutter gets lucky. Grill takes a shot at him and bounces off the track. Khan doesn't really have the firepower to push Cutter out. They don't have any autoloaders or anything to do that with.
Yeah, he's in a pretty safe position there. Just got to be cautious of the CS.
They do have enough map control. They can probably get light tank onto cap.
Toasty's getting hit by the Leopard 1. Has a good position up there to kind of push him back, which he is falling back now.
We got some blind fires going into the bushes in G1 where that Strove is perched. Anakin had just rotated out of there. And we do see V2 taking advantage of Khan's positioning to go ahead and claim control of the F9 bridge.
Michigan Boomer and Gonzilla are trying to blind fire the Stritzvon right now, unable to hit him so far, but they're getting very close just to the right of him.
Not sure what Fresh Dog is trying to get eyes on here. Maybe the 790. They do get a blind fire into him. It does not do any damage.
I did see a ping come out on the map a second ago right on top of the 279E, so I think that's actually what he's doing. Just trying to make sure maybe he's still there.
Once Anakin is with XGN back there, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a push from them. XGN is going ahead and making a move.
Yeah, I think they've kind of realized...
starting to rotate back, but it's going to be a little too late.
Yeah, I think V2's kind of realized that they're all in one spot, so they're just trying to get map control. That's a huge light right there.
XGN does have angles on Irishman if he backs up too far. XGN does get lit. They don't know Anakin's back there with him yet, though.
If Khan stays in the position they're in now,
trees.
this is not going to be good. They're going to have way too many crossfires put on them. And they've only got 5 minutes left to make a move, so they've got to start doing something pretty quickly.
And Anakin's taking that climb, so Irishman is about to have a very bad day.
Looks like they kind of realize what's going on a little bit. Michigan Boomer is rotating back. And there goes Mr.
down.
Irishman.
Hare is moving with Boomer.
Yeah, that 260, there's nothing that 260 can do at this point. They have no options. If they back up, they get shot. If they go forward, they get shot. That's a tough position to be in. They're just kind of stuck there.
Feels a bit like Khan wanted to push whatever was in Toasty's position, and then realized it was a mouse and didn't really know what to do with it.
Yeah, I think once they realized the mouse was there and they had something covering it, they panicked a little bit and didn't make the aggressive move. They could have rotated something over there probably and just taken the trades, but a little bit too slow.
Or tried to pivot into trench or something.
Yeah, a trench move would have been bad with what they had there.
Good move to push that position, just needed to actually continue the aggression rather than stopping.
I think the reason they didn't push into trench is probably because they were afraid of getting bled out by that 279E again, but that would have kind of been a better move to take a couple more shots from it than to get stuck there and be able to make some more moves.
At some level, it's a case of any move is better than sitting there.
Yeah, now Toasty's going to get aggressive here. Because I mean, he can. Yeah, he's got shots into the back of Tank Ace Ward. I can't say it. Tank Ace War Daddy from the 2 on the climb. So I mean, it's kind of over for
reacting, but Toasty's just gonna hug that rock. There's not much they can do to help War Daddy out here.
Yeah, he's got so many hit points, and Cutter's able to get so many shots in. There's nothing the 260 can do at that point. Looking a little glim, little bleak for Mr. Gonzilla at this point. He's kind of just stuck there.
So Boomer's about to have a rough time, as I think V2 is about to push him with that Chieftain Marat combo.
Yeah, he's getting bled out pretty hard too.
Caught out. He was able to get back into cover. Anakin penned one, missed one. He does have Hackett support, so it'll be tough for V2 to push that. But in the meantime, Toasty and Cutter are getting aggressive on the other side of the map and just claiming more map control.
Yep, Leo 1 and Grill 15 are falling back to new positions. The problem is they're down to 3 minutes and 19 seconds. They don't have a lot of time to make a move. They have to do something now or they're going to run out of time.
I think they're already out of time.
Yeah, I would say so based on the current map situation. It looks like they're back down to 10% of the map control. And it's not much you can do at that point. They've got a tiny corner where they started again and tanks in every direction. And
they could make a push here and get out Anakin and XGN.
Yeah, even then they're going to take a lot of bleed from the Murad, so they've got to be careful. But the Murad is being aggressive and got punished for it.
Ooh, there goes the ammo rack.
Yep, big ammo rack. Scarlet Hare is getting farmed from behind. I don't know if he expected to get spotted there. I was thinking maybe he hoped he didn't. But I don't know if he's going to be able to get a single shot off.
I'm not sure
maybe.
On that play, but
and he got a track off.
And Anakin kills him for it. Gonzilla's going to go. Anakin's on reload, so gives Khan a chance. They'll be able to get these 2 kills in, but I think that'll be pretty much the end of the game for them.
Yep, I don't think they have enough time. I think V2 still has too many hit points, too many tanks. They're going to be able to clean up the Marat, but what are they going to do with 2 minutes left and all tanks blocking base? I mean, it's
2 minutes left. It's a minute 40 cap. You've got to chew through a 79E, a mouse, a 277, and then go find a strap. So
yeah, that's a tough one, I'd say.
They did get one more into the 79E as he was looking for some shots up top. Not really sure what Khan's play is going to be here.
Just want to get a good farm on Boomer. Boomer's getting a little low there. He's down to a 2, which at this point in the game, I mean, it looks like, yeah, Fresh Dog's going to try to get something going on the other cab, but I think it's too little too late. Nothing you can do alone at this point.
Fire.
Yeah, it's a big fire.
They would need double tanks on cap right now to have a chance here. Looks like Fresh Dog is going to try and make Punter's life difficult, although it's 200 versus 790. So
Yep, that's going to be a hard
Cutter
one
will
to
have
get,
angles
and he's
too.
getting shot from
Fresh dog
Cutter
is
deeply as
careful.
well. So I think it's going to be wraps for Mr. Fresh Dog here, who's now getting
Ooh, and
bullied
gets
into
put
the
in air
rocks.
jail.
It's going to be it for him. No, big bounce actually. Most armor in the game.
Russian tracks, OP. Please nerf.
Oh, if he only sets him on fire, it'll be over. All he needs is that second bounce, but he didn't get it. And now it's easy cleanup, if not a timeout for V2 here.
I think they could kill this. It kind of depends on if they can catch Godzilla.
Yeah, he seems to be getting aggressive, so I think they're going to kill him fairly easily here. He is trying to kill Cutter deeply before he goes down, though.
Well, Toasty's looking for the shot on him. While Cutter pushes Hackett. Cutter does go down.
Cutter does go down.
Looks like Khan will keep at least one of their tanks alive here, but we are timed.
Yep. Another very good map control win for V2. All right, on the
V2 side.
you got it.
Go ahead.
No, you got it,
for it.
man.
Okay. On the V2 side, we have Punter in the 790, 1 kill, 2716, and almost 2300 spotting. Cutter in the 277, 2665, and 1100 spotting. Ankin Murat, 3 kills, 2455, also 1000 spotting. Destroyer in the Strov, 1 kill, 2385. XGN in the Chieftain, 1714. Toasty in the Mouse, 947, and Free the Goats in the Murat. Unfortunately, getting Amracked at the end there, 783.
And on the side of Khan, we've got Michigan Boomer in the Chieftain Mark 6, 0 kills, 3353 damage. Gonzilla in the Leopard 1, 1 kill, 3301 damage. Hackett in the CS63, 3 kills, 3177 damage. Fresh Dog in the T100 LT, 0 kills, 1084 damage. Tank Ace War Daddy in the Object 260, 0 kills, 861 damage. Scarlet Hare in the Grill 15, 0 kills and 4 damage. And Mr. Irishman in the Object 260, 0 kills, 0 damage. Again, the Grill 15 not able to get a lot done. That's really unfortunate for, again, another high alpha TD they need in the game. They need to get this damage. Just not able to get it on that map.
Well, we'll have another opportunity here on Arctic Region, see if we can take this all the way to tiebreak.
I'm kind of hopeful. I like a good close game, and I'm curious what they're going to pick for the tiebreaker map. You know, most commonly it's things like what Ghost Town that we see come out, but
Ghost Town is your pretty standard tiebreak map. Although with Calamity, teams can pick the map they'd like to play tiebreaker on, as long as it is not one of the maps that was banned during out of the initial set. And the guest team will pick the map, and the host team will pick the side.
And it looks like V2 going triple Murat. I mean, they love these Wolfpack strats. Like, they love to put 2 tanks together, just start making moves with them when they can. And if they actually find a good spot to get open and get those tanks moved around, it's shown to be punishing. I'm curious what exactly they're going to do with it, but having that mobility and that potential there with those 3 tanks, they can do a lot of damage if they catch Khan off guard, which they have been able to do. We saw that on a couple other maps. All they need to do is do it one more time and tie this thing up.
It's very confident with their tank lineup here, already fully picked up. Khan is taking a little more time, being careful with this.
Yeah, it seems like Khan is more of a methodical play. They really enjoy taking their time setting up. And it seemed like, at least for the last round, when things don't quite go their way, they have a kind of a rough time recalibrating some of their tanks. Like we saw with the 260s, they just kind of got stuck. But it was a very difficult position to be in for them. V2 had great vision all around them. So, curious to see how they take that into account and see those Murats and maybe make a play around that as well. It looks like they also are going to use quite a few Murats themselves.
And any time when the caller in your plan gets disrupted, it gets very tricky very fast to cover from that. And and you have to try and do it quickly before the opposing team makes the situation you're in even worse.
Yep. Oh, another 2685. V2 really likes that tank. I've seen them play it, what, 2 times, 3 times now?
It's got a pretty good gun, and it's well armed enough that it can take a little bit more punish than something like, say, a grill.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I mean, we saw in the last 2 games, the Grill 15, not able to get a lot done there. Not able to really get into a brawl either and get any kind of damage going. So maybe with that 2685, they're going to get at least something heading their way. Looks like looks like Khan is also going to use the 279E. Very similar to, and a Kron. Okay. Haven't seen a Kron come out in a really long time.
Right for some of the hold down positions you see on this map, as long as it has enough support to cover it during its reload.
All right, on the side of, you got it, man. You got it. You know, don't even let me. You got it. All you, man.
On the V2 side, we have Chieftain, E5, IS4, Triple Murat, and 268 V5.
And on the side of Khan, we've got a Super Conqueror, a Kron Von, an E5, an Object 279, an IS4, and 2 Murats. Does look like Khan gonna do something very similar with the 279, except they're also sending an IS4 over there.
I'm interested to see where the IS4 goes. Typically not a tank you would see on that side of the map.
Looks like they
Otherwise looking like a pretty standard setup.
They looks like they may be expecting more of a H-line push than V2 was when they were playing defense. But so far, so good. And Free the Goat, getting aggressive here, just trying to get towards B. Does get spotted pretty early. Same with Give It To You, who's getting punished.
He takes two hits there, although TD does blind fire Gonzella for a big hit. I'm hoping someone else hit him as well, and that wasn't all. There was no way that was all that V5. Someone else stuck one in there as well.
Oh, yeah, he is low. They got him good. They have evened up the hit points already.
All those hits he got on the Chieftain instantly offset by that double tap he took.
Yep.
War Daddy is able to get to that fine and set up there. They do know that that IS4 is there now, obviously, so War Daddy and Whack Attack could be aggressive on that. Looks like XGN and Toasty, Chieftain and 268 V5 respectively are going to rotate to give Free the Goat some support here.
Looks like Free the Goat is going to clear up some debris on base. He knows the IS4 is there, so he's going to play it safe and just delay until those other tanks get here. Toasty is coming around relatively quickly. Should be able to get something going, probably on this IS4 here soon.
Whack is at a pretty good angle there. Those bushes on that core of that rock are actually enough to make it so he cannot see Toasty as he crosses down there.
And he is expecting something to come this way, and now he knows something is there.
And I think that was a balanced dot track damage, so he knows that it's Toasty, because that's...
Yeah, I believe that was a bounce, so he's going to know that was the TD, and that's going to give them a little bit of a hint for some of these tanks up north as well.
Trying to rotate over to help out War Daddy, and Whack gets spotted on that. He's going to be able to reset back there, but...
Ooh, big hits on a Give It To You.
Whack Attack seeks another, and War Daddy takes a hit from behind from, I think, one of the Murats, and then immediately gets attacked by the IS4 as well. Chieftain's going for him now.
279's in a bit of a bad spot here. He's got tanks on both sides of him. He's got a little sliver that he can play, but he is getting punished.
He's going to go down.
Get that upper plate, not doing too good at that angle, and he's out of here.
I would have liked to see him back into the corner in the rocks up there rather than try and push down, although I'm not sure that would have kept him completely safe. TD does sneak one into the IS4. He's down to 1500 now, and we do have cap pressure from this IS4. Looks like Khan's response is going to be an attempt to push the northern side of the map.
Big hits into Pernix of Swift, goes down almost half his hit points. after getting spotted. Trying to get a little aggressive. He was trying to provide some side shots into the Marat and Kron that's getting a little aggressive. But got a good punish from it.
Is able to semi-consistently get some resets here. Forces Goats off the cap for a moment, although he's now getting pushed by the V5 and Chieftain, so he will not be long for this world. Godzilla is behind him, but Godzilla is not going to be able to get enough damage in to keep him alive.
Yep,
and gets high rolled like crazy by the TD from not 17.
Things have slowed down on the north side. They made the push, but got a little bit stuck. The Marats are kind of holding him down where they are. That sucks because also to get out of there, they're probably going to get a little bit of punish. And it looks like V2 is getting more aggressive on that corner where that E5 is every second. Plus, they've only got 38 seconds before they need to make a move on this cap.
Godzilla was able to sneak one into XGN to get a partial reset. I don't think he's going to be able to pen the IS-4 at that angle, and well, Toasty's about to be in his face.
Yep, Toasty's going to finish off this Marat here if he hits the shot, which he does not.
Fire.
Backs up.
So he saw Boomer's looking for an angle there. 15 seconds on cap. Boomer was trying for resets.
Not able to get one. Godzilla bounces his reset on the IS-4.
5 seconds.
Chieftain's playing really well behind him, using that IS-4 armor.
Misses. Down it goes.
And there it is. That is a good final game. All right, V2 with the with final game there. Want to go ahead and go down the V2 side?
Yep, to wrap it up here, Toasty in the 268, 1 kill, 2748. XGN in the Chieftain, 1 kill, 1670. Anakin in the Marat, 1598. Free the Goats in the IS-4, 1040. Very Rare in the Marat, 822. Pernix, the Swift, also in the Marat, 408. And Cutter in the E5, 0.
That was a good last game. I mean, very dominant game from V2. I'd feel like most of that. Good rotation there. Was able to catch a few tanks off guard, get some things done. Once they put that cap pressure on, not much Khan could do. Tried to commit to a north push, but got stuck. Had too many tanks up there covering the cross. Not enough punish in return. So overall, pretty good positioning from V2. Same with the first round. V2 on Arctic region, not messing around. I mean, you got anything else to say? Pretty good games, pretty even games.
It was good games for both teams. Looking forward to seeing how the rest of the season develops for both and what ends up happening with teams heading for the finals for the in A2 here.
Yep, wonderful games, and thanks to everyone for taking the time to come out and watch these two wonderful teams play. We will see you in the next game. I'm going to send it on off to the victory screen, and we will end it here. All right. Good games, guys.